I'm attorney Mark Nicholson from the law office of Mark Nicholson, and I'm here today to talk about Courtney Clenney and also the latest development in the Tupac murder case. So, first, Courtney Clenney. Courtney Taylor Clenney. She was a OnlyFans model. That's why we call it the OnlyFans murder. And she was accused of killing her boyfriend back in April 3rd of 2022. Then she was found in Hawaii, like in a rehab place for substance abuse. She was extradited to Florida because this incident happened in the Florida condominium, and she's being charged with second degree murder. That's what she's being charged with. Well, recently, there was some video that came out showing an altercation between her and her boyfriend. I'm going to go ahead and show you the video. I'm just going to play it all the way out. It's about 3 minutes long. And then on the other side of the video, I'll talk more about some of my views about this particular video.
Anyway, no, like I was fucking sober for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And now why am I not sober? Because of you. Like, you're hindering my progress.
You need to sit down. You need to sit
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Come on.
Let go of me.
Okay.
Come on, boy. Let go of me.
What?
Like, I can't even, like, I'll try to hit you later. Like, get the fuck off me.
You don't want to hit me?
Christian, he saw me, and I know he's looking. I'm fucking, like, fed up with you. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with how you fucking treat me. Yes, I'm not mad at you.
You let Milan
I
say
was
some lying ass shit that affected you.
I didn't let her say anything.
I didn't say-
You fucking did it.
Hey, let's go to Milan right now. Let's pull up to her.
No. I'm just gonna say her the same.
No, she's in the group chat. Let's put her on the phone right now.
I dare you.
Yeah, you dare me? Keep saying
you
it.
You do it.
Then stop saying it then.
Do it.
Then stop saying it then. Then stop saying it then.
Let's what? I'll
Come on.
Let me get my fucking shot.
Ask her, did I touch her
Do
breast
you
yesterday?
see how fucking instigative he is?
No, you're telling me I touched her breast yesterday when I fucking...
You did. I didn't say you fucking touched it.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as fuck. I actually don't want to be with you. Actually, I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Fucking done. Done. Because you're fucking like, you're costing me money. I didn't do shit since I got to this fucking house because of you.
You let Milan say some lying ass shit?
No, because you were fucking flirting with fucking like 3 girls the whole time.
What 3 girls? What 3 girls? You?
Well, maybe it
You
didn't
and you?
matter.
You
It was
and you?
Milan.
Milan? I was flirting with Milan?
And she'd say, hey, come get your mans.
You're fucking lying.
He's trying to come home with me.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You're lying. She said, come get your man. That I was trying to hit on Milan. Come on, baby.
Okay.
That doesn't even sound right.
Christian, you're fired.
Fine.
Hopefully, shut up.
You will never see me again. You are the most
Good bitch. Good.
motherfucker I ever met in my
Hopefully
life.
you will let me.
Courtney.
Fuck you too. Get the fuck out of here. This isn't your fucking house.
Yeah, cool.
It's not my house. Like, you're just like my fucking boyfriend. Get the fuck out of here.
Just like your
I
boyfriend?
can actually get like shit done if you're not here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'll remember that next time.
Get out of here. No, that's not gonna be the next time. Get the fuck out.
Stop touching
Get
me.
out.
Don't touch me again.
Good thing, get out, bitch.
I will.
Get out.
Bitch.
You never loved me. The way you talked, the way that you treated the fucking girls last night, you fucking embarrassed me. I don't want anything to do with you.
embarrass you yesterday. You're really just self-conscious. You always talk about, oh, Christian, you like this. I say, what did I tell you before? You're the baddest person in this bitch. No one has anything on you. I tell you this every day. I have text messages that you say, Christian, thank you for the content.
Shut up, but you don't do it the next day.
Why are you screaming? There's people in this house.
Get out, for real.
Yeah.
I never want to see you again.
Cool.
First, it seems like she may be intoxicated because she says in the beginning that she had so many sober until he came along. And then you see that it looks like there's some alcoholic beverages on the table. Also, she's upset because apparently he's flirting around with some other girls and she's accusing him of flirting around. He's saying that she's not, as you can see. And there's someone there that's holding the video camera, the phone camera, and they're just just holding it, videotaping them, which is kind of odd. Like, you're not trying to break it up. You're not trying to tell them to stop. Once again, there's this kind of setup of just videotaping and not getting involved. It's just kind of odd behavior. Also, another interesting point about this video is apparently, according to her, she's in her house. And she says she hasn't made any money. She hasn't done anything since she's been in this house. And so the implication, from my view, is that she's complaining because maybe since he's came into her life there, that she hasn't been able really maybe to build her OnlyFans basis. She hasn't really been able to do anything because he's been around. But the point is, if this is her house and she's trying to get him out of the house, because she tells him, you're done, you're fired, leave, he doesn't leave. And most of the blows that she's doing are towards his body. They weren't really face blows. They was kind of batting back. But he does grab her. And you could argue that that is self-defense when he grabs her. And then you don't really see, but somehow, I don't know, she falls down, he sets her down. He's bigger than her. Now, if it was reversed, obviously, if he was hitting her like that, it'd be domestic battery all day long because she's small, she's a female. It seems like, it's okay for her to do that. It's not really a big deal. Like, you don't really see, apparently, anybody jumping in trying to break it up. But when he was told to leave, he should have left. Obviously, looking at this as another toxic relationship. Whether he was messing around with the other women or whether she thought he was. Hey, these two definitely, from that little clip that we've seen, did not seem to be a good match at this particular point in the relationship. So somehow they end up getting back together because, a little bit later, she claims that she threw a knife during an argument and it killed him. Of course, the prosecutor is saying the knife wounds were too deep for it to be just her throwing a knife. So we'll see how this trial ends up going. But this video here kind of gives an insight into the relationship. So at this point, why not leave? Now listen, I've not been in those kind of relationships. I've been blessed and not been in those kind of relationships. But I do understand, especially as a criminal defense attorney, those kind of relationships exist where people fight and push and say things, that they regret and all that kind of stuff like that. But unfortunately, those are the kind of relationships that sometimes find their way into my office for allegations of domestic battery or worse, murder. So this is one of the cases that I want to kind of follow along in the OnlyFans murder trial to see how this goes, to see what is the defense going to say in regards to throwing these knives. She's facing second-degree murder. And in the state of Florida, which, by the way, I'm not licensed in the state of Florida, but basically in the state of Florida, second-degree murder means just kind of having some kind of depraved mind. Basically that, you did this with no regard to human life. That it wasn't premeditated. It wasn't first-degree murder. You didn't really plan this, but you acted in some kind of reckless way, which would be her throwing the knife. And the prosecutors in this case do not have to prove that there was an intent to kill the person. They don't have to prove intent, like it was her intent to kill that person. All they need to show is a kind of a reckless that the person acted, the defendant, Courtney, acted without regard for human life. And basically throwing a knife at someone could be considered, hey, you're not really regarding this person's life. You're not, being kind of reckless with this person's life, that you're not caring about the safety of this person because you're throwing a knife at them. And it means that there was this lack of premeditation, a lack of planning to kill the person. The actual statute reads, the unlawful killing of a human being when perpetrated by any act eminently dangerous to another and evincing a depraved mind, regardless of human life, although without any premeditated design to affect the death of any particular individual. That's a lot of words, basically just to say that you were kind of acting reckless without any kind of regards to this person's life. Once again, like I said, throwing a knife at him would kind of show that. And basically, if you're convicted of second-degree murder, you can expect to receive at least 16 3/4 years in prison. without the chance of parole. That's what you're looking at least with a second-degree murder conviction. Now on to Tupac Shakur. And the reason why I'm wearing this shirt, Bob Dylan, he has a song called Murder Most Foul. It is a long song, around 13 plus minutes, a really long song, but it's good. And he talks about the history basically during the 60s and things like that, about what was going on in America and about the assassination of Kennedy and these other important events that happened back in around the 60s. Very powerful song if you listen to the words. Slow. It's not even really a song. It's almost like he's just speaking. But the song is titled Murder Most Foul. And that leads me to the murder of Tupac Shakur. A murder most foul. Everybody knows Tupac was a famous rapper that was murdered years ago. Well, they finally arrested someone, this guy named Dwan Davis, who has claimed for years that he was involved in this murder and he was some kind of big time like shot caller about how all this went down and things like that. Well, all these years later, they finally arrest him. He has a new attorney. The attorneys he had before were court-appointed attorneys, and I don't know if there was any kind of breakdown in the relationship or whatever, but he ends up firing the court-appointed public defenders and gets a new attorney, Carl Arnold, who's been representing people like 20 years, something like that. So he thinks this is going to be the trial of all trials. He said he expects it to be a historic murder trial. And his attorney, this Carl Arnold, said he's honored by the opportunity to represent Mr. Davis in what will be one of the most historic trials of the century. Now, I don't know if this case is going to generate as much media attention as some other cases that we've seen recently. And this person, Dwan Davis, I don't think a lot of people are really familiar with him. He's not really a famous person. And I think there's a lot of questions about what role really happened, who's still responsible. So I don't think this case is going to rise to the level of one of the most historic trials of the century. Maybe it will. We'll find out. And that's your Nicholson nugget of the day. Please be sure to like and subscribe.